Having an outbound strategy on LinkedIn that actually works is very uncommon, but luckily you have me in this video where I'm going to show you how to build your own outbound strategy and actually take all the leads from your outbound and manage them all in one place, whether it's a single dashboard, a Google Sheet, a CRM. You'll be able to manage all your leads in one area and have a successful outbound campaign via LinkedIn. So for this video, we're going to be using Aimfox and Zapier integration in order to take all of our leads from Aimfox, take them into Zapier, and then from there we can take it anywhere we want. So to get started, we're going to go to aimfox.com. Now, if you don't have an Aimfox account already, you can go to the description of this video and sign up for your 7-day free trial. It's fully free, and you can see if it's right for your business. Now, once we're on Aimfox, we're going to go ahead and go to our campaigns, and we're going to create a new campaign. And then from here, we're going to select our outbound or our inbound. Inbound is those first-degree connections. Outbound is any new second and third degree connections. We're going to start with second and third degree for now, and we're also going to select Sales Navigator. Now, if you don't have a Sales Navigator account, you can just select the normal LinkedIn search feature, and then we'll press on Next. And now for our campaign name, we're going to say LinkedIn Outbound Campaign. We'll say it's we're going to create our first one. Our outreach type will be Connect, so we're going to send connections to these people, and then our maximum targets, for the sake of this video, I'm going to keep it at 250. However, you can go to 1,000, you can go to 1,500, whatever you want that seems more reliable for your business, but for this sake, we're just going to do 250, and we're going to create the campaign. Now, once we've created the campaign, there's a few new items we can do here. Now, once we've created our campaign, you can see we have the search filters here to actually create our very first campaign. Now, the goal here is to create our outbound campaign and then send all of our new leads that come in, people that accept the connection request and people that respond to our message, into our CRM, into the Google Sheets, or wherever else we want to take those leads after they are successful. So we can start with building a filter. Now, based on your business, what kind of filter are you going to create? And now the filter should be your ideal client profile. Okay, so whatever filters are here, this should match your customer profile that's ideal for your business. All right, so to get started, we'll start with geography. Now in this one, we're just going to select Texas is where we want to target. You can select any country, any city, any continent you want, but for our sake, we'll just use Texas to kind of narrow down this search. I also want to only target people that have posted on LinkedIn, so we get some active users. We don't want anyone that didn't post on LinkedIn. That means they're probably going to be a dead lead and it won't work for our business. So we're going to press on post on LinkedIn. Now think about your ICP. What is the next item? So we're going to select seniority level, and then from here we can really decide what type of people are going to be our ICP. You can also go to current job title and select something like founder, co-founder, CEO, whatever it may be, whatever level they are in that company, you can choose here. So I'll press on include founders. We want to exclude our co-founders, as we only want people that are the founders of these businesses. And that's really good for our job title. We'll close that. We'll close this. Now we can also select profile language. I only speak English. Our clients only speak English. So we're only going to select English for that profile language. For years of experience, we are targeting people that have a bit more experience because we do want to have people that have been in the business for 6+ years that are very knowledgeable but just need help scaling. So we'll do 6 to 10 and more than 10. I'm not telling you have to use these filters. These are just filters based on who your ICP is. Now for the company headcount, we're not really targeting multi-billion-dollar companies in this ICP filter. So we're going to stick with 1 to 10 and 11 to 50, as you only want to target people from like 100,000 annual revenue to about 10 million or 50 million, but we don't want to hit that 100 million, 200, 500 million, you name it. So we're going to keep it down to about 50 headcount maximum. And now we're down to 8,900 people in this search filter. We can of course add more, such as seniority level. We can add the function. We can do past job titles. We can even do things like the industry. So we only want business, for example, business consultants. And we can narrow this down all the way to probably a few hundred people that are in this perfect ideal ICP count. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. What a perfect number. 1234 is in this search. So we're going to stick with that and we're going to press on next. So we now have the perfect filters for our ideal ICP. So before you move on, make sure to go to Aimfox and select your targeting. Make sure you're positioning and you're targeting the right people before moving on to the next campaign flow step. Now, once you're on the campaign flow step, this is where you're going to actually create your connection request. You can react to content. You can create your message sequence. You can endorse some skills, and then you can withdraw your connection request after 7 days. So in this video, we're not going to go over how to actually build all these steps, but if you go to the Aimfox channel, you can watch all of our past videos on how to create the perfect campaign flow for your LinkedIn outbound strategy. Now to press on next, and from here you can see we have the campaign schedule. We're just going to schedule this from 9 to 5 based on the target's time zone. So we're not sending DMs at 9 p.m. when people are at dinner or at 2 a.m. when they're sleeping, just from 9 to 5. I'm going to press on next, and then from here you can actually press start and start campaign, and you're good to go. Your campaign is now running. Okay, so now for the fun part. The reason why I'm making this video is to show you how to integrate into Zapier to send your leads anywhere you want. So we can actually use the AI in Zapier, and we can tell the AI to do something like, my goal is to send all Aimfox new leads, and that's going to be people who respond to our campaigns, and send them to a Google Sheet. Now, I'm going to use Google Sheets for an example. You could use any CRM tool you want. You could send these leads absolutely anywhere. And you also need to determine how a new lead is shown. For me, I'm going to say if they respond to our Aimfox campaign, that is a lead, because based on our messaging, if someone responds, that means they're interested. Now, if they're not interested, then we can also create that sort of filter. Now, the next important thing you have to note is, what do you determine a successful lead? If in my messaging sequence, I say, would you like me to send you a short Loom video, for an example, or would you like me to send you a template or a lead magnet? If someone says, yes, please do, or yes, thank you, or I would love it, that's a positive DM. If someone says, no thanks, or I'm not interested, or blocked, that's going to be a non-lead. Then we can say leads are people who respond positive to our DM, such as yes, or please, or thank you, or sure, for example. We only want positive leads that respond with these messages. And now once I press start building, the Zapier AI will actually build out this perfect Zapier flow with Aimfox. As you can see here, it's working on the side, and you're going to see on the right side, we've got the triggers here. It'll start updating automatically. I'm not touching anything. It's got the Google Sheets integration. It's got the Aimfox integration. And it's even got the filter conditions. So when people say yes or people say no, it only takes the people that are interested into our CRM or into our Google Sheets, whatever we're using for that next step. All right, so once the AI is done, we now need to actually set up our configuration. So for the Aimfox, we're going to select on trigger event campaign reply, hit continue. We got to select a workspace, hit press continue, and then test trigger. It'll take a second to test it, and then it'll move on to the next step, which is the filtering by Zapier to ensure that our leads are actually positive and not negative. So they didn't say like, oh, I don't want it, or oh, you're blocked, but instead they said, yes, I would love your free lead magnet. I would love your blueprint. I would love to get your next item, and then we'll send it to them. Okay, now as you can see here, we have the filter conditions. Now if I go to configure and test, we can see if the event message body, so if the message from our potential lead is a yes, is a please, is a send, is a thank you, is a thanks, is a sure, is a happy, any of these messages that contain one of these words will then be sent to our CRM and to our Google Sheets. So I'm going to press on the Google Sheets now, and you can see here that our configuration is like such. It's going to go into our worksheet, and then we've got the name of the lead here, the first name and the last name. We've got the LinkedIn URL of this person, so the sender public identifier with the LinkedIn URL. Then we've also got things like event message body, so it'll actually send the exact message that this person sent us, so we can see if they're worth nurturing or if they're not worth nurturing. And we also got the date connected, so the timestamp of when this person was connected, and that's basically it. It goes from the campaign reply through the filter condition. So is the lead actually positive, or is it a negative lead? And then it creates the spreadsheet row. So we have a full spreadsheet of all of our positive replies and all of our positive leads from Aimfox. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Aimfox, and you might ask, why would this help you? Well, you can go onto Aimfox and you can use a sales navigator workflow, and you're going to have all these leads. However, what if you message someone and they're just not interested? And instead of spending all your time trying to nurture people and go through your different tools and say, okay, this guy was a positive one, this was a negative, you can use Zapier and you can use those filters to find leads that are actually positive, leads that actually want what you have to offer, and you can spend more time on the people that need the nurturing versus the people that aren't looking for it, or just are not active in general, or just fully don't want anything to do with you. So utilizing Aimfox and Zapier is one of the most powerful automations you can use with the built-in Sales Navigator on Aimfox as well, which is the only tool that has Sales Navigator built into the tool, so you don't have to send links over, so you don't have to do any sort of crazy integration. It's just all integrated right into Aimfox. All right, so that's going to be it for the Aimfox and Zapier integration. It's pretty awesome, and it's been really helpful to find all of our positive leads, all of our negative leads, and send them to wherever we want them to actually go. Now, if you have any questions on this integration, please drop them below this video. And if you want to request any future videos for our Aimfox channel, for LinkedIn strategies, whatever it is, please also recommend below this video. We'll be more than happy to create that for you. And if you haven't signed up for Aimfox yet, you can do so by going to the description of this video and sign up for 7 days, 100% free, to see if it is for your brand and for your business. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. We'll see you in the next epic Aimfox video. Peace out.